Hello, I'm Sue Shapcott, and today I'm in Madison, Wisconsin. And in this video, I'm going to talk about a good strategy to use from greenside bunkers and a strategy not to use. Okay, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about equipment. I've got a sand wedge here. It's got 56 degrees of loft on it, and it has 10 degrees of bounce. Now, my preference is to have bounce that's under 14 degrees, like 10 degrees is my favorite. I don't necessarily like playing these shots with a big bounce on the club. And that means that if I have a club with a lower bounce, it's going to be more versatile regardless of whether there's a lot of sand in the bunker or not. Okay, so once you have the right club, the most important thing about a sand shot is getting the low part of the swing to bounce under the ball. So the low part of the swing is going to be right underneath the ball. So that means that if the club bounces right under the ball, then the club is going to enter the sand early and it's going to exit it after the ball. Okay, so a byproduct of getting the low part of your swing right under the ball is that the club is going to hit the sand early. Now, I'm making a point about this because most of the people that I teach, when I ask them what their strategy is when they're playing a bunker shot, they say that what they try to do is they aim a couple of inches behind the ball. Okay, now if you take that strategy where you're thinking about where the club is entering the sand rather than where the low part of the swing is, where the club is bouncing, what I've found is that people tend to hit with the leading edge of the club instead of using the bounce. So they're more likely to just dig the club head into the sand. So I don't recommend that strategy. I recommend doing work where you figure out where the low part of your swing is. So I just like doing this drill where I draw a line in the sand. I make some swings where I can see where my club is hitting the sand. And what I'm looking for is the deepest part of my divot to be on that line. And for the deepest part of the divot to be here, then of course the club is going to enter before that point and it's going to exit after that point. Okay, but those marks in the sand are a byproduct of the club's lowest part being right underneath the ball in this drill where the line is. So I like it when students draw a line in the sand, they make some swings, they can figure out where their club is grounding out. And then in a practice bunker, you can just do the same thing and you can get a real sense of where your club is hitting. So you can see with this divot here, I've got the line. I can see that the bottom of my swing was in the right place, which is why the ball came out and all I could hear was the sand being struck because the club bounced underneath the ball. Now, the sound that I don't like in a bunker is when people focus too much on hitting behind the ball. What I tend to see then is either the club hitting way back here or the club kind of bouncing into the ball. So that leading edge kind of either hits down into the sand or it grounds out too early and then it hits the ball on its way up. So I'm not a great fan of focusing on where you want the club to hit the sand. Instead, I'm a big fan of you focusing on where the low part of your swing is, because if you can get the low part of your swing right under the ball, then you're going to hit the sand in the right place and you're going to play a good greenside bunker shot. Okay, so try that out. Find a bunker you can practice in, do the line drill. It's going to help you learn where the bottom of your swing is. You can spend time just focusing on that. Once you have good control of the club head, put a ball there, and you should find that your bunker shots become a lot more consistent. Thanks very much for watching. Please check out some of our other videos and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.